Hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping in for your daily video tarot forecast. This forecast is going to be for March the 4th. I like how that date sounds, don't you? March 4th. Move forward marching. Anyway, I think we have to think about how are we going to move forward on March 4th, since we're not doing a whole lot of geographic movement. What can we do to keep ourselves marching forward? Strategize and focus. There's the answer. Spirit already gave me the answer to my first question. All right, let's look at Aries. This is going to be Aries for March 4th, 2020. Let's see what comes up for you guys. I do offer private readings for those of you who are interested in them, either by phone or by Skype. The best way to schedule one of those is using my website in the description box below. You can either use my contact information that's there, or else you can book the reading online, whichever one is your preference. Aries, you had 2 cards fall so far. We're going to take the next one. All right. What do you guys have happening here, Aries? We've got the World card showing up in reverse. Trying to keep that out of the glare. By the way, this is my Russian Tarot of St. Petersburg. The Justice card. And the 5 of Coins. Well, Aries, this is a pretty basic, generic meaning, actually. Because of decisions of the government trying to be fair, the world is shut down. And the result is that you're feeling pretty isolated and left out. Let's see if we have any other meanings, because that one is so obvious that I almost don't even want to count that one, really. The courts aren't open, so this can't be a court thing. At least not in my country. I would imagine not really anywhere. All right. So, more generic version of this is that somebody has made a decision that influences you in your life. And while that decision may not be the ideal decision, it's not far from what you actually want. So you're settling for it. I'm not sure if you have a choice whether you're settling for it or not, but you're settling for it. And why was this choice made? Because of the isolation that we're in or that we're feeling. Okay. So this would probably be a choice about like the benefits package in the United States. I'm not sure what's going on in other countries. You know, there's some kind of legal choice that has been made by somebody else trying to be fair. And we are wishing that there was, the ideal, but we'll take it. We'll settle for it, at least for now. Ideally, we wouldn't need a benefits package. Ideally, we would be doing well. So anyway, that's what we have for you, Aries. Hey, Carla. I am good, my dear. How are you? Thanks for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. Okay, we're moving on to Taurus for April, or excuse me, I said March 4th for Aries. Gotta watch me. We're doing Taurus for April 4th. Poor Aries, that was April 4th too. Thank God Spirit knows more what I'm doing than I do. Otherwise, I would be in trouble. Okay, April 4th for Taurus. Let's take a peek. I lost a whole month because I was not feeling good and I didn't do videos, and I still want to be in that month. Gonna have to catch up somehow. All right. Taurus, you guys have the Hierophant showing up in reverse. The Ace of Swords. And the 7 of Clubs in reverse. Oh, that's a little tension creation right there, isn't it? You know, I really wasn't rushing. Like, I talked a lot about how it's March 4th, and that means to march forward, and we should think about how we're going to be moving forward. I really wasn't rushing. I was just enjoying that I was doing March 4th when it was really April 4th. Oops. All right. So, anyway, Taurus, starting out with the Hierophant in reverse and the Ace of Swords. So, Taurus, Hierophants to me talk about doing things in a traditional way, possibly even commitments, traditional commitments. Taurus, I think that you're looking at something that has been a traditional commitment and you're thinking about cutting it off and starting something that is non-traditional and moving forward with that. This could be that you're deciding, you know what, I want to cut out my traditional job and do my own thing for money. That could be one way that would play out. It can play out a lot of different ways, though. And why is that? That's because you've been put in a vulnerable situation where you don't feel like you can defend your own territory right now, whether that's financially or whether that's talking about your property or whether it's, your family, your health. You're feeling very vulnerable. And so because you're feeling vulnerable, you're looking at, well, you know what? The way things have been done traditionally is not working. I've got to be on the cutting edge and I've got to do something that's better to put myself in a more secure position. Okay? So that's what we've got for you, Tauruses. I'm glad somebody understands. Okay, so this was Geminis, and I hadn't even said it yet, but your card's already filled Geminis. This is Geminis for April 4th. La da da da, Gemini, Gemini. You guys have the Fool card showing up here, along with the Home card, along with the Magician. Okay, maybe I shouldn't call it the Home card, the Four of Clubs. All right, so what do we have going on here? You're doing something new in your home or in your family situation. This Four of Clubs can talk about home or it can talk about family. The Fool does talk about starting something new that is a leap of faith. You're not exactly sure how it's going to turn out, but you know that you know that you know that you know that you need to do it. This may be that you're bringing somebody into your home so that you can keep them and take better care of them, like maybe a parent or maybe even a child or a sibling. This could even be bringing a friend into the home so that you could help. To me, it comes up as this is a new beginning that you're doing, and I think you're doing it to add to the safety of the people who are in the home. Okay. Why is this happening? Because you're manifesting what you want. You're manifesting those things that are good and productive and that you want in your life, and maybe even that you need in your life. You're creating that. And I mean, maybe you're even moving into a home with a family. Maybe it's not that you're moving somebody in with you. Maybe you're moving in with somebody else. But this is, I think this is helping you to create some type of safety net right now as we're dealing with this whole situation, to be not alone or to have somebody else not alone so that people know what's going on with them and how they are. Okay, so that was for Geminis. Barbara, hello, hello. I don't know that I've seen you in the room before. Glad you're here. That's interesting, Carla, because that would apply to your brother. And if he was going to be quarantining, it would be more of that Four of Clubs should be in reverse, where he would be leaving the home to get away from the possibility of infecting anybody else. So it's interesting that we've got him coming into the home. Oh, yay. Well, good luck. I hope that you did really well with it and that you are highly favored. Newport Richie, glad you're here. Do you now? All right now we're looking at Cancers. This is going to be Cancer for April 4th. Cancer for April 4th. What do we have coming up for you, dear Cancer? La da da, la da da. Okay, Cancers, you have the Justice card coming up. Second card is Queen of Clubs. And the third card is the Judgment card in reverse. Cancers. With the Justice card and the Queen of Clubs card, I really feel like this is actually you making a decision about something. You may be making a decision about a business or a job. It's about something that you're passionate about, I can tell you that. And you're making a fair decision here. And the decision that you're making is not to reopen it or restart it, one or the other. Not to get this business restarted, or you're deciding not to reopen, or if this is about a job, you're deciding not to go back. And this is a decision that you're making anywhere between now and the end of the 4th. You know, and you're showing up as somebody who's very self-made. If you're deciding not to go back to something, I would say based on that spread that you have a pretty good idea what you do want to do instead. Oh, I get it, Carla. Next up, we have Leos. This is Leo for April the 4th. You just had some cards fall. All three of your cards just fell. Okay, Leo, 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 Leo. Okay, so Leos, you guys have the Strength card showing up in reverse. You also have the Two of Coins showing up in reverse. And you have the Devil card showing up right side up. Meanwhile, how about I silence my phone, which is what I should have done before I started the video. Okay, so Leos, what do we have going on here? Leos, you're not feeling very secure about yourself and how you're handling things. Some things are falling through the cracks right now, and I think you're beating yourself up for it. Stop. Stop beating yourself up for it. I think we all have things that, if you want to look at it that way, are falling through the cracks because of the way everything is right now. The world is turned upside down. There are limitations and restrictions on what we can do to keep things from falling through the cracks at this point. So don't beat yourself up over something that is out of your control. That's the first thing that I want to say to you as advice as I look at these cards. It's like Sacred Spirit is saying, look, this is what you're doing. You're mad at yourself because things are falling through the cracks, and this is a situation that's not in your control. Why are you putting all that criticism on yourself? You're doing the best you can, just like everybody else. Now, why is this happening? Well, we've got the Devil card. I think it's pretty safe to say that in this case, we can say that the Devil card means pandemic. I think we can say that. All right. So because of this pandemic, Leos, you guys do have things that are falling through the cracks, just like everybody else does. But you're beating up on yourself and telling yourself that you're not a good person, that you should have been more prepared, that you should have done this, that you should have done that. Stop it. Nobody saw this coming. Not like this. Okay, so that's what we've got for Leos, Leos. And then next up we have Virgos for April 4th. Two more signs, and we're up to you, Barbara. That's relatable. I bet it is. Let's see, Virgo. Virgo for April the 4th, the 4th. April the 4th for Virgo. Just lost some. We've got a lot of cards falling out today. Virgo, you guys got extra cards today, too. Y'all got extra cards yesterday. You got 6. You guys just got 4 today. Okay, what's happening here? First of all, let me show you your cards. You have the Emperor in reverse, Ace of Coins, oh, isn't that interesting, Carla? 5 of Clubs, and the 4 of Coins in reverse. We're grouping together these last 2 cards as the third card here compared to everybody else. So, Virgos. With this Emperor in reverse and the Ace of Coins, this is telling me that you have somebody in your life who has strong narcissistic tendencies. If you don't know what a narcissist is, I'm going to say to look that up because I don't have time to really go into all of that here. But somebody who has strong narcissistic tendencies who is in your life, who is giving you some kind of gift. Kind of nice. Kind of nice. Typically, when you have somebody with narcissistic tendencies giving you a gift, there's some kind of invisible strings attached. You may know exactly what those are if you've been dealing with this narcissistic person for a long time. If you haven't been dealing with this person a long time, then you want to feel around. They're not going to tell you directly what strings are attached. So you're going to have to kind of feel around and see if you can figure that out. Yippee fun fun. Okay. Why is this happening? Because there's a lot of competition. There's a lot of people asking this person to take out of their savings to help them. And because a lot of people have asked, they're doing this. Have you asked? I don't feel like you asked. I really don't feel like you asked. But I think other people have asked / demanded. And so this is, even though this person has a narcissistic personality, this is still something that they're doing as an act of kindness or an act of goodwill. Okay. Are there ulterior motives? Yes. I was picking up on ulterior motives. Still, it's kind of an amazing gesture right now is how it's coming across. Wow, Barbara. Yeah, some people are like that. All right, let's look next at Libra. This is Libra. I think there's recipes to make it at home. I've heard a couple of people say that they were making their own hand sanitizer. You can probably find that here on YouTube. You can find everything on YouTube. La, da, da, da. Well, we don't really do yes or no questions here. Oh, it takes vodka? What about rubbing alcohol? Aloe vera works as hand sanitizer. Man, you can buy aloe vera at Walmart pretty easy in huge containers. You have that? Yay. All right, now we're good. Now we're good. Just don't cut your whole plant down in a day. All right. Libra. We had one card fall for you. Is that right? Yep, it's just one. Libra for April 4th. Wow, you have 2 kings. That's interesting. I think it's been a long time since I've seen 2 kings in a 3-card spread. King of clubs in reverse for Libra. King of cups in reverse for Libra. 5 of coins in reverse for Libra. Think you're getting some attention, Libras? Okay. Libras, you do have some people in your sphere of influence. Probably male energies for most of you. If not male, then these are going to be less assertive, or more assertive female energies. All right. So what's going on here? You have 2 people in your sphere of influence. When I say in your sphere of influence, that doesn't mean that you can reach out and touch them. They may just be video calling you or whatever, but they have an influence on your life and you have an influence on their life. So they're in your sphere of influence. Both of these kings are upside down, so blech on this. Your King of Cups is somebody who generally, when he comes in reverse, he's really, really angry about something. And he's angry to the point that he's not shouting. He's not loud about it at all. He is conveying his anger in a regular tone at a measured pace. I think that for a lot of you Libras, he's not so much angry at you as much as he's angry at a situation. Go figure. But you do happen to be in that sphere of influence, so you may catch some of that negative energy. All right. Now, our other person that we have coming up here, also probably a male or a more dominant personality type of female, is our King of Clubs in reverse. King of Clubs in reverse is somebody who is depressed. They have a problem. They don't know how to fix it. And I'm really feeling like this time when it comes up, that they're depressed. So Libra, guess what? You have your hands full. You're dealing with somebody who's angry and frustrated, like to the boiling point and beyond, because now they're beyond boiling. They're quiet about it. And you've got somebody who's absolutely depressed about it. And you have to interact with both of these people. I feel bad for you. Why? 5 of coins in reverse. Because both of these people who may not have been contacting you before are now reaching out and contacting you. Maybe when everything was fine, they didn't feel the need to talk to you. Now, all of a sudden they do. So now you're getting all kinds of attention, but you're getting attention from somebody who's just flat angry. Whoops, wrong one. Just flat angry or just flat depressed. There are things I could say, but everything that I'm thinking of to say is making me make that face. And I would like to be a little more positive on this channel, so we're going to keep it that way. I'll be quiet. All right, Barbara, now you got the heads up. You might want to check your caller ID, send people to voicemail. Let's see, do I have the energy to talk to you right now? No, I do not. Gotcha. Well, he's definitely going to be talking to somebody who's depressed in his group. And somebody who's angry wouldn't be too surprising either. Alrighty, let's look at, this is time for me and my fellow Scorpios. Let's see what comes up for Scorpio for April the 4th. So far, we haven't had any really happiness, joy readings yet, which is making my stomach tighten up before I put down Scorpio cards. You too, Barbara. Glad you could be here. Peace out, honey. Okay, Scorpios, what do we have? We have the Queen of Coins. Look at that. Nine of Clubs and the Ten of Swords. Okay, Scorpios, what do we have here? I gotta tell you. I heard astrology-wise, us Scorpios are, our stars are lined up a little bit better for us during this period than a lot of people, so we're not getting the huge brunt that a lot are. Doesn't mean that we're not feeling it. We definitely are, but we have some halfway decent cards here. We've got the Queen of Cups, which just talks about, or excuse me, is that right? Queen of Coins. So that talks about us being in a place where we feel like we have plenty of resources and we're probably even sharing our resources with others around us. And we also have the Nine of Clubs, which talks about preparing. We're making preparations. So not only are we feeling like we have enough to make it through right now, even if it's by the skin of our teeth, we still have enough to make it through. We're not stressing out, okay? We're not frantically running around town trying to find toilet paper, all right? And we are making preparations, and I think that that's true. I think that there's a lot of Scorpios that are trying to prepare for what's coming down the road because we don't exactly know. But it looks like it might get worse before it gets better. Okay, so we're feeling okay about our resources, maybe even more than okay. We're able to share our resources, and at the same time, we're preparing for what's coming, whatever might be coming next. Why is this happening? Ten of Swords, because something stopped. Maybe our job stopped. Maybe our sense of security stopped. Maybe our sense of safety out in public stopped. But something has stopped. And because something was stopped, now we're assessing. We're realizing, okay, well, we've got enough to make it. Got enough to share a little bit too. And we're getting prepared for what may be coming next. Okay. All right. So that's for our Scorpios and fellow Scorpios. Yep. Next, let's look at Sagittarius. Sagittarius for April 4th. I can't believe I'm reading cards during a time like this. Like, isn't this an amazing time to read cards in? There are some things that just make you feel humble. All right. Sagittarius. You guys have the Ace of Swords in reverse. You have the Ten of Coins. And you have the Nine of Coins in reverse. Sagittarius, on the 4th, I think you're really going to be focusing on cutting back on expenses in the home and in the family. You know, if you live by yourself, then this is just going to be expenses in the home. If you share finances with other people, this is going to be a whole group thing. It's not going to be just about you, but that's the focus is going to be on cutting back on spending. And why is this? Because you have the Nine of Coins showing up in reverse, and the Nine of Coins tells me that you're not feeling like you can make it all on your own. You may feel like you may need some help. So that's why you're being very proactive and going in and cutting back the expenses that you can actually cut. All right, that's Sagittarius. Next up, we have Capricorn. This is Capricorn for April 4th. Okay, Capricorns, you guys are showing up with the Eight of Cups. Good morning, Al. Glad to see you. You've also got the Chariot. And you have the Seven of Clubs, Capricorn. Hmm. Capricorn, Capricorn. Capricorn, I think you guys may have had some plans to travel that you've been kind of holding off to wait and see how things pan out before you decide if you're going to go through with those plans or cancel those plans. I think on the 4th, you're going to be deciding, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and cancel those travel plans. And why are you doing this? 7 of Wands, social distancing. You want to keep your distance between yourself and other people, and traveling does not allow you to do that. Okay, so that's Capricorn. Up next, we have Aquarius. Aquarius for April the 4th. Okay. Aquarius, you guys have the 4 of Cups showing up in reverse. 3 of Cups showing up in reverse. And the 5 of Clubs in reverse. Okay, so Aquarius, this is a really interesting reading and actually kind of heavy. With the 4 of Cups in reverse, along with the 3 of Cups in reverse, you've had some disappointments recently with friends. Okay, so some friends have disappointed you. But you are looking at the bright side. You're looking at the silver lining. It really seems to me like when I feel through these cards that what's happened is there's almost been like this filtering out of your friends. Okay, so where before you had this big huge group of friends, and they were all different levels of friends, something has happened that has sort of filtered out the fair weather friends. They're gone. And I think that's disappointing. I think some of the ones that turned out to be fair weather friends surprised you. I don't think you thought that that's all they were. But the silver lining, which is what you're looking at, is that now you also know who are the true friends, who are the loyal friends, who are your real friends. So there's definitely been a weeding out in your friends list of who's the real deal and who's just around because, you have something that they enjoy or that they like. Why is this happening? Because of basically the chaotic energy that's been going on lately. There may be something that you had to ask people to help you with or to do. Maybe you're in quarantine and you had to ask somebody to go pick up some groceries for you and drop them off on the porch. And maybe you saw who was a true friend and who wasn't, who was going to be like, nope, not doing it. And who was going to be like, what are you low on? I'll take care of it. You'll have your stuff in 2 hours. So there's no competition for who's your friend and who's not your friend at this point. It's been taken care of, and the reason it's been taken care of is because whatever it was that happened helped you see and helped you weed out all the fair weather friends. They're gone, bye-bye. Now you know who the good friends are. Okay, so that's for Aquarius. Really nice, actually. Of course, this is coming from a Scorpio who, we only have just a few really good, close friends that we trust enough to consider them close friends. So we don't often have to weed people out because we don't have a big crowd of friends. But I think it's really good that now you know who's real and who isn't. Next up, let's look at Pisces. This is Pisces for April the 4th. Okay. Pisces, Pisces. 10 of Cups in reverse. The World right side up. and the Six of Swords. Basically, with everything going on in the world that is going on in the world, you're not very happy. Pisces, I really think that not only are you not happy, I think you're angry at somebody for this situation. Whether you're angry at the Chinese for not sharing information quickly enough, whether you think that this is some kind of big conspiracy to thin out the population, whether, I don't know exactly what this is that you're angry about here. Whether you're just angry because you can't go to work right now. But there's definitely the lack of happiness or the opposite of happiness, which to me is anger about what's going on in the world right now. And why is that? Basically, because you had to leave the world behind. You had to go into isolation. Okay, so that tells us what this anger is about. This anger is about the idea of having to give up everything that was outside that front door or outside the back door and just focus on yourself and focus on your own things for a while. That is really causing you some anger because um, you want your freedom. You want to be able to expand and grow further than your own borders. Okay, so that's for Pisces. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. I really do appreciate y'all spending some of your precious time with me here on this fabulous Friday. Thank you also for those of you who have put thumbs ups and to those of you who are sharing this video around so other people can benefit from it as well. On top of that, thank you to those of you who are ordering private readings from me. It is because of all of your support at every single one of those levels that I am able to do what I love to do. Oh, and also thank you to those of you who are commenting. That's important too. So thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate you all so much. Everyone stay safe, stay healthy, look out for your neighbors, look out for your loved ones. How we get through this is together. I'll see y'all on the next video. Peace out.